your face while you're talking to me.
Yeah. Show over. Show over. We're going to move the podcast. Mark, cut this. This is the end of the show. This point. Cut it out. All right. Let's move to post-show because I know like at least Ink wants to join us, if not Nidre. I'll move us all in. All right, Ink. Get your ass in here. Inkwelder. And possibly Nidre.
Where's my Palom? FF4. Hello.
Hey guys.
Howdy.
I only got about an hour. Heads up.
You like my analogy?
It was excellent. I love I forgot who mentioned the phone in the fridge, but that's
that's a good memory.
yeah, that was a good one.
Is your dog playing with a toy?
Yes, it's his gingerbread man that he got for Christmas. I'm gonna give him a better toy that he loves that doesn't squeak though.
Good dog.
Yeah.
Ranting
that was
hour
a really good show,
41.5.
41.5.
No, this wasn't violent. I was restrained.
Wow, yeah, why? I don't even know.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can't do it twice.
Ranting hour can be heavy.
Fuck, I didn't make any copyright jokes. God.
That's for now.
That's for now.
I don't know. Let's keep an eye out.
Shit, I'm tired as
fuck.
Photo. You guys gotta carry the post show. I'm tired as fuck.
I'm tired.
Oh. Well, Nidre and I we're well rested.
Yeah, we also finished the fight. What team did you use, Ink?
I used I went super hard mode. I didn't want to use a green, so I used Ida, Fran, and Kane with a Sephiroth friend.
Yeah, I used Yida, Sephiroth, and Kane.
Did you use a friend?
No.
Which is harder? I think those are both pretty super hard mode. No friend and no green. It's impressive.
I feel like oh, we forgot to mention that the Chaos Co-op is a GL exclusive, right?
I guess
is it GL exclusive?
That's what
I don't remember there being one in JP for this.
They have the raid faster. That's a net positive.
They have the Chocobo board missions for you have to do every synergy character in Chaos Co-op. So expect to see some really terrible.
I just soloed it. It's a raid.
Oh yeah, you can solo it.
Oh right.
Yeah. So this
I forgot about that. I just brought my characters, and I did really badly in one. I was a Leo, and I forgot to equip all of my passives, and I brought Brothers Summon, and I used
Brothers is tragic here. They absorb Earth for some reason.
They're still feeling like Guy was a huge mistake, so they've got to keep countering that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, I gotta watch out for Guy.
Eamon says that we're disgusting, but I thought he would be happy with our no green, no friend runs.
Yeah. Doesn't this fulfill the Eamon challenge?
I think it does.
That's hard.
Well, how old is Ida's from the cycle? I think she's too recent. So Ida Roth isn't valid yet.
Soon though.
Oh,
yeah.
So wait 2 months.
And she's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna run Ida Roth into the ground, I think. But once I get lock, then I feel like it's time to just return to normalcy.
I mean, yeah, you're getting bombarded with FF6, dude. Lock and then Strago and Edgar.
Yeah,
I just feel like I want to use Pain and I want to use Machina, so I'm going to do another clear soon.
Hold on, I got to show a picture of my dog for
Where? I'm not putting it up. Put it in the stream chat or some shit.
I'm just going to copy a link and put it in the chat.
You ready for Lock to give defense ignore to Saban?
Multiracial Lion, I already saw Terra FR, so I can't give a live reaction except to say that that costume is an abomination beyond words.
Great take.
Oh my god.
They should have just given her long hair. Like, Terra, her character does not look good with short hair. I have no
Agreed.
problem with, like, short hair on women. That's totally fine look. But Terra herself, that just doesn't make sense.
Steinwave was photoshopping Terra's normal face onto the costume, and it looked so much better.
Normal face?
Yes.
Yeah, like, they changed her face also. So this is something that they specifically called out. There was some banners a couple months ago in Pokemon Masters. And in that game, they release completely, I guess it's like the other FF gachas, where they just release different versions of the same character. With minor tweaks. And they released one of the characters, and she had the exact same hairstyle. And everyone was like, her hair doesn't match her costume. And I think this was like Jasmine, I think. But, and the devs specifically said, we don't want to change things that people recognize about the character because we want the characters to still look, that we still want players to like relate to them and recognize them from their memories of the game. Us changing their hair and their face and stuff like that basically turns them into a different character. We don't want to do that. And yeah, for some reason, like DFFOO, like Ico also. Ico was awful in my opinion, but I feel like this Terra costume is one of the worst.
Yep, number 6.
I'm gonna buy it.
I just put a picture of my dog in chat for.
I'm gonna buy it. It's like Locke with boobs, man. This is great.
Whoa.
All right, I am banned from talking about this kind of stuff after
I'm just gonna cut you off right there. Yes, you are.
Don't.
You're done. You're done.
I think most of the FF6 costumes are shit.
Yeah.
You don't like
the last one? The last one is great.
Terra's regular costume is fine. That's a good costume.
Lux
looks like hair. Shit.
Kefka's is not the best.
Kefka's looks like ass.
Yeah. Celeste's is great.
No. Base Celeste.
Yes, it is.
Nah.
The only thing that bothers me on Celeste, and I apologize if there are others that also love her her costume in general. I hate that there is a lack of detail on her belt buckle. Her belt buckle.
God! Who was staring at that? Who was staring at that?
Whenever you use her,
you can't let Ink talk about the appearance of anything. It turns out Ink is more of a he's more picky about fucking belt buckles than fucking tacos.
All right, so Inkwelder doesn't. He's not a content creator anymore. He's just gonna be that old man who comes in and complains about how things are different. He's gonna be that super senior. No, he's gonna be that guy who hangs around the high school, the alumni who's graduated like a while ago.
Yeah. I'm gonna claim Chief Curmudgeon for the TCC
I know,
server.
right? Basically, right? Like
you can chill in the library with the fucking bean counter.
You're gonna be that crazy guy at the homecoming
playing chess
games
with each other.
who attended the school like 15 years ago. It would be like, this year's team's not as good as when I was in high school. Crazy motherfucker.
So Terra's 2 costumes, Celeste with the fucking 80s headband, Locke with the ew, and Kefka with the yikes. Yeah, Terra's green hair costume is the only good FF6 costume.
You only say that because that's what you're used to. That's like saying the FF5 sprite costumes are the best, right? Not everyone fucking likes them.
No, because they all suck too.
Yeah, they suck. Exactly, I agree.
Yeah, the pixel or the
Bart's is okay. I don't know. Gilgamesh's costume is also cool. Everything else is ass.
Is Gilgamesh's? Isn't that the Type 0 Gilgamesh?
I don't know. It might be.
I heard it was the FF8 Gilgamesh. That's what I was told.
Yeah, that makes sense.
FF3 probably has FF3 has the highest ratio of good costumes.
FF3? What?
FF3, because Onion Knights is decent, and
I
CODS is
hate CODS.
great.
Oh, I disagree.
That's
I hate
it?
CODS
2
costume with a passion.
characters? Are you
Yeah,
fucking
that-
I
that's not a
will
good
only
ratio.
use a costume COD friend. I will not use base costume COD friend. I don't care if it's BT plus.
Look at
I'd
this
rather
guy.
use a BT only costume.
That's elitist.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah, it
FF2 has the banger costumes. Emperor and Varian both look completely different. Also, FF4 has the best costumes actually.
I just got in
I
a
think
co-op
that's
with
just hands
3
down.
green-blue Machinas.
Why are
So
you such a
green.
Rosa?
FF11 has the best
Bro,
costumes.
Rosa's alt almost made me Polar LD.
Look, you got Cam in the cool, like, noble clothes. That's way cooler than his robot armor clothes.
Oh yeah,
That's
Cam's outfit is like top 5.
Yeah, and then you got
The FF11 costumes are all tough except for Toto.
you got like Toto with glasses. Isn't that what everyone wanted to pay money for Quistis to put glasses on?
Sir.
And then
Why
you
she
got
doesn't fight with the glasses?
And
I
then-
get that in FF8 she doesn't.
The
but that
13
was just
costumes
a
slap
myth.
too, by the way. 13 costumes are all bangers.
and then you got like Prish in her swimsuit, right? In her bikini.
Yes.
Yeah. So FF11 has the best costumes. Are you kidding me?
Nah, it's 13 and 4.
13?
13.
The shitty ass tux on Snow? Get the fuck out of here.
That's fresh. Are you kidding me?
Okay, whose costume is better, Zach's or Titus's?
Zach.
Titus.
Which Zach costume?
Both
of them are better than
first
Titus's.
one.
Both of them are better.
They're mildly
I hate
different.
Titus's original design, and his Dissidia design is way better.
It's like there's no difference. Are you kidding me?
Drugs.
Oh my god.
The torn clothes, that makes it completely different.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm completely serious. I hate the fucking bright ass Looney Tune colors he's got.
Those are awesome
the
because
Power
he's
Ranger
a
colors.
sunny guy, right? Like
the fucking Power Ranger colors. Fuck that. I want edgy looking Titus.
Wait, is Shola seriously the only FF14 with a costume?
no, you've got.
Yes.
Hold on.
They don't like FF14.
You've got Ida and Lise.
Shut up. Even Crystal Chronicles has more costumes now that Charlotta's got one. Yikes.
Wait, Shalada?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Shalada does have. Dude, they're getting lazy with their costumes. Luna Freya is just her hair down, right?
Luna Freya was a money grab, I'm convinced.
Same with what's her face? Isn't Lada's costume not that different?
No, hers is pretty different. She's got like no hair tie, and it's a different dress. That counts. Ramza Tactics is also winning with costumes too, by the way. Ramza's outfit is fresh as fuck. Fresh to death.
Yeah, using Ramza's base costume feels
11 is also, 12 is also pretty close, except for Gabron.
12 has the bad Fran costume though.
No, the Fran costume slaps. The Gabron costume sucks though. 11 is mostly bangers. 10, I hate 10-2 Yuna.
10-2 Yuna is awful, but her face is an improvement on base costume.
I'd take
space.
10-2 Yuna over fucking Wedding Yuna any fucking day. Are you kidding me? Wedding
Die.
Yuna is gross as shit.
But unanimously, the worst costumes in the game have to go to FF9. They all suck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally like any of them, and I wouldn't get like covering up, like putting the white mage costume on Garnet makes no sense to me.
Whoa. Aiko's costume is awesome.
Die.
It's an abomination, dude.
It looks like Kid Rydia. You could
Do you know
roleplay
what
as
you're-
Kid Rydia.
Do you know you're putting your stamp of... Wait, are you prepared to put your stamp of approval on the Aiko costume?
Yes,
Nino
you
stamp of
love
approval.
It looks like garbage.
you
It looks
love
like
Kid
garbage.
Rydia. This is
Nope,
like
not doing this. Not doing
No,
this.
we're
Not
not
doing
doing
this.
this.
Not
I'm
doing
not
this.
doing this.
I think the whole like green theme is pretty cool. Dude, what are you talking? Her original costume shit. You can only go up from there.
Nah, Zidane's cloak looks like ass.
Yeah, no, Zidane's costume suck ass. So do Kuja's.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
I
you're-
stepped away. Are we still talking about costumes?
Yes, we are. I mean, this is the part where you flex on
Wait.
how many costumes you have, isn't it? Like this is the perfect. thing to do.
Nidre only cares about the like profit generation from costumes.
Also,
But-
FF8's costumes all slap too.
Well, I mean, the other
They're
reason
great.
that I have the costumes is so that I can wear them in co-op or put them on my friends so people know that I have them.
Right. It's important part.
It's not
I
a
look
joke.
forward
I
to
do
your
that
Mexico,
too.
by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's not a joke. I do that all the time too. Like, I hate the wedding dress Yuna, but it is the newest costume, so that's what she's fucking wearing. Same with like Lightning's costume. I think I prefer costume 2, but she's wearing costume 3. That's the newest one. Doesn't she get a 4th fucking costume? Probably not. I'm tripping.
Who?
Lightning?
No, just
No.
the
Yeah, nobody has 4 yet.
Yet, but there's a lot of potential out there.
Yeah, so I think FF4 unanimously wins the costume game. All of those are good, but FF4's designs are just also really good.
Yeah, Golbez's costume is so good. Props to them for making like more badass armor.
Sug would
FF4.
love it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
You
good.
gonna get the mod costume? No. I don't want to hear it from the dude who thinks the Dissidia and OG looks are different.
Oh,
They
snap.
are. They are different.
So you're saying that
Look
they
at the
just
color
selling
schemes.
nothing?
It's like when people say Zach's outfit isn't different. Like the color scheme and the hair is different.
Color scheme doesn't count.
What? But that's literally a difference.
Probably can't tell the difference between Ready Whip and Mayo either.
What are some things I notoriously couldn't tell the difference between? Because my girlfriend taste tests on me all the time, and I got spam once, and I couldn't tell what it was.
The hardest thing to tell the difference between is what the TLC song Waterfalls is Jason Waterfalls or Chasing Waterfalls.
Oh
That
my
is like
God,
impossible to tell the
what
difference.
a boomer! That's too old for BC. He's not gonna get that reference.
I was offended by proxy.
What?
I felt like that was something I
True.
should get mad at.
Like beer can or bacon. You know that one?
What?
No.
You know that's there was an old website where it was
Are you
basically
from the Midwest?
yes.
Okay, just checking.
There's this old website that was called Beer Can or Bacon, and it was a Jamaican guy saying both of them, and it sounded exactly the same.
Multiple racial alliance said I'm black enough to know. I guess not. Maybe I don't remember the names of the songs. Let me. What was it? TLC Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I've
classic.
almost certainly heard
This
the song
is
before.
such
so,
a
yeah.
stupid fucking thing. Apparently, people are stupid.
What song? Oh, I just didn't know the name of the song.
The lyrics are "Don't go
Great
chasing
song.
waterfalls," and then for some reason that's like people kept mishearing it as "Don't go Jason Waterfalls." That doesn't even make sense. Why
Oh,
would
this
you
song?
think that?
What?
It's so
that
Jason?
could be her
stupid.
boyfriend. Don't
Oh my
go.
god! Clearly, there's some people who just don't listen to lyrics. This is as embarrassing as that old, was it the Jimi Hendrix song where it's "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," and people kept saying it was "Excuse me while I kiss this guy."
What?
You guys,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's so. You have to be super fucking deliberately stupid to mix these lyrics up. Like, it's just so bad right now.
I think it's fine. Do you think Mark will approve of? Will he be pleased with the show that you guys ran?
I don't
Like,
care.
what would you think Mark rates the show that you did?
Why would I care? I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you, Mino. Thank you.
I'm
That's
trying
exactly
to-
what I was going to say. What's going to change? It already happened.
Yeah, like,
He's gonna love it.
But also that, probably. I mean, I think we were relatively tame. We
who
got
cares if
triggered by
we
hoarders at
weren't?
the
I
end.
was telling BC just go all out. Who cares?
I was too tired.
I bet he's gonna say, "I got to go and have a nice night on my own, and I didn't have to do the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm really happy."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
we've been saying since day one, Mark included, we're not fucking Square Enix employees. We don't have to fucking clean up our act for shit. Like, come on.
Word. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, who gives a fuck, honestly?
Yeah.
BC's like, oh, this is TCC. I don't want to get too violent. Who gives a shit? Like, we used to call out content creators and everything all the fucking time. We called out Josh all the time.
We're already at almost 3,000 edge clears.
What?
Do you think people are running him just to get that mission?
3,000
Yeah,
edge
probably.
clears?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's that?
Well, we need 30,000, so.
Oh.
I assumed that Leo would be the.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be edge for sure.
Yeah, it just damages.
Leo just got a
I'm
C90,
sorry.
man. That's exciting. People want to use him.
C80.
C80.
Oh. Oh, wait. No, that makes more sense, actually.
Now, Leo is second to last, so there's
37.
You should issue like a community challenge to get, like, I don't know what the next raid is, but pick the most outdated character and see if the community could get them through first.
that is an interesting idea.
That does sound pretty funny.
Yeah.
So,
Probably not first, but maybe not last. That would be kind of interesting.
Not last would be a goal.
Alright, so these are consistent with the raids, alright? We'll look ahead to see what the next raid is. We'll do this.
I mean, the next, this is the last raid that is also a BT debut. So the future raids, you only need to get 3 characters through.
Huh.
Also, that rhymed.
Bars.
Well done.
I guess it's in honor of Shantata. Yeah, there you go.
Rogue sent CC. Mark is more violent on the TCC the last few streams. It's super fun. Love the duo host setup. Feels like me and Mark are more relaxed with the streams. Mark, it's probably because I think Mark is probably like, it's Christmas time and that's when Mark is working more.
I know, right?
Or not working more, but like there's more going on.
Does that suggest that Arrow or Crease were keeping you guys in line?
You know what?
I
This
think
is a
the
post
more-
show. It's not gonna be on there. Sure, why not? Fuck. So I was saying this. You know what? We're gonna dig into this. I was saying this like ever since we rebooted. We had a lot of discussions of what we wanted TCC to fucking ultimately be, right? Like what works best. Blah 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 blah. And so once we rebooted to a 2-man show, we've been very selective about guests. Like people have asked, and you know, sorry, we've turned people down, saying like, oh, we're not looking for guests right now while we find our new voice. We want it very specific now. I think so. There was some criticism when I left the show, and like Mark had like a new guest on every other week, right? Like he was always filling that 3rd slot. And I remember it was hilarious because I remember I was talking to Josh one day. And I was like, hey, oh yeah, he was saying he still listened to the show, right? I was like, oh, how's the show been without me? And he's like, let's just say there's been a lot of guests, right? and he's like, so we were saying like, putting on guests for the sake of filling a slot. Why are we doing that? That doesn't necessarily mean quality, right? Like, and the biggest thing we've learned from doing this geek-ass fucking podcast for so long is that there are certain personality types that are more suited for radio or whatever. Like, would you guys agree to that? Like, it's just sometimes
Absolutely.
some people say, I think
100%.
they've said that on like early RH too, where sometimes you just have a lot of guests on there, and like not everyone's contributing equally, or like sometimes you're like working really hard to like pass the ball, right? Like I think we've had guests on here, and we just have to like constantly throw them questions just to have their input. You know, it's not always going to be great. I don't know.
Also it's a learn thing at the same time.
Yeah. And basically, like what you said, Mark and I we're extroverted people. We're very used to like public speaking and doing all this stuff. So like we realize, hey, between the two of us, we don't have to do much filler. We can just shoot the shit, and like nobody has to do their research. We trust each other to be like, we're coming in hot with our opinions and our insights and stuff. It's so much less work and so much easier to flow. The 2 allowed guests that I fucking told Mark, so I'm not speaking for Mark, but I said, Mark, if you're going to have a guest on the show, the only people I'll take right now are Zeno and BC. Alright, this is what I'm saying. So, you know, he could have different opinions too. Because I'm saying, like, they both do their regular thing. Like, they're used to making content and speaking well and having, like, a flowing conversation. I know they can jump in, and they're gonna have the same amount of fucking chemistry. And I'm right? Like, I feel like today was a good show. I know Cross was saying, like, oh, this has been a really good
Are
listen.
you playing? You know.
Yeah, how did you know?
Eamon said there's background sound.
Oh. Oh, well. Whatever. This is a post show. Let me mute my... there you go. Yeah, like, BC and I came on, we're pretty minimal preparation. And we were able to just pass it back and forth with good chemistry, right? Like, we have all these other shows where people are, like, so awkward about passing the conversation. Or bouncing off of each other, right? Like BC said, it's a learned thing. It's a personality thing. There needs to be a flow. We learned, ultimately, more than just information. Just having a good talk show means, if you listen to any radio, it's having chemistry and being able to bounce off of each other. That's more fucking important than anything, than having like 6 fucking guests or something like that. Alright? That's how I feel about the show right now, and that's why we're very like restrictive about who we have on nowadays. Not saying you guys can't come on. I don't know if that's been an interest for you, Nidre, or anything like that. But it's also like Ink was saying, should I come on for questions? I was like, let's save it for the post show, right? Keep it a little separate.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I also don't really have time to ever join the podcast. Like, I would tell you guys, but I'd rather at this point, even months ago, there was a time that I was like free on a Thursday for once, and I was like, hey, I could join the show and like guest, but I also could just join the post show.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
the post show is just much more. I mean, for me, it's fun. I've obviously been a guest on the podcast a lot during whichever season it was, season 2. I think.
I don't know why we have these seasons. That's a Mark creation. I have no idea why we have 4 fucking seasons. Like, what is the cutoff? What determines a new season? I have no fucking idea. I'm just as in the dark as you guys.
It's errors of the game, man. You have to bookmark
so
it. The thing that Mark fails at is the last episode. Maybe he's done it and I missed the episode. So actually, I'll put that disclaimer in there. But like when you're sunsetting a season, you should like talk about the season in retrospect, in review, like what was good, what was bad, what was your favorite. Like you guys should both do mini surveys of like what's your most valuable pull, who did you have the most fun, who was your biggest surprise. Like you guys should like give your own TCC awards to various characters to summarize the season.
8 different things.
Yeah, it's great.
Ink, you're retired.
I'm glad you stepped down.
You're retired, Ink.
I'm glad.
Why are you still working? You're retired.
He just micromanaged the Mark's bullshit season stuff.
The point of the seasons...
he gave you like 8 different tasks.
Hold on, Midre's going to
even really about it.
The point of the seasons is for the only 2 people I know in the entire universe who have listened to every episode of the podcast, like from having not heard them before, just like going back, and that's Poto, Cedar, and Raw Life. So they need some way to measure. It's like putting marks on the wall when you're in jail. That's what the seasons are for.
Jesus.
Other than that, yeah, I'm not sure what they mean, but they sound nice, so let's keep going with them. I'm with Mark.
I just don't get it, because all of that whole year plus that they did like FFRK, apparently that's 1 season. And now we're like 4 seasons deep. Like what is season 5? The fucking FRs?
Questions that need answers.
Yeah, like
it has to do. I think he's doing
garbage
it
time,
because of syndication.
garbage time season.
Syndication.
Mark's gonna change the season just because of this.
I feel like just for fun, Ink should decide when we get new seasons. You know, right? Like just to give him something to do. Now that he's retired.
Good. It's gonna be next month then.
This is your new infographic arrow shit. Now that you can't make arrows for infographics anymore, like this is a perfect.
I still see the info.
TCC producer.
I'm still in the Tonberry Troupe chat.
Executive producer.
I'm still in the Tonberry Troupe chat, so I see stuff, and I'm still like, hey, you should make this arrow smaller.
Oh, you're the worst! You are literally what I said. That alumni that just hangs around the high school after they graduated, just like micromanaging everyone.
Making sure they're good.
It's like the old boss. It's the old boss, the old retired boss still coming back to work and telling you how to do your job. Like
I told Cell. So no, this credit to Cell, right?
Ink, hold on. You're gonna say something that's gonna make you look worse. I'm warning you.
No. Let him go. Let him say it. Let him say it.
I gave him warning.
So I told him for the pain infographic when we found the issue, and then I spoke to BC about it. I was like, hey, I think the best thing to do is put that each buff or debuff counts for 0.5. And Cell was like, F that. I am not putting fractions or these numbers on the infographic. Like, that's too complicated. There's no reason to do that.
Okay.
So Cell still puts his foot down to say, like, no, that's not good. So I'm really not micromanaging, and we're
wrong.
So what I'm hearing is you're making their job literally more difficult.
I told you you're gonna make it worse.
Because Cell not only does Cell have to design the infographic, he has to veto you too.
That's not work.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's talk about how Nidre updated FFOO today and is moving closer to replacing OO Tracker as a roster management system for
you guys are
new players.
You guys are so mean to OO Tracker. I feel like OO Tracker is a great job. Didn't you partner with OO Tracker? I forgot who
we
runs
didn't.
it now.
We didn't.
No,
we didn't partner,
TT.
but OO Tracker is awesome. But honestly and genuinely, the biggest thing that hasn't been done is adding Transcendence Tracking. So this happens in main chord all the time, where someone says, "Hey, I need help for tier 5." And they sit there. You see Lael, right? You see Lael, and you see other characters, and they're like, "Oh, just use Lael on the right side. You don't have selfie." And they're like, "Oh, but
insane edge case,
Lael, no. Lael is pop. So is Kais, right? It's like, oh, use Lael or Kais on the right side because you don't have selfie." And they're like, "Well, no, Kais is in tier 1 and Lael is in tier 3, right?" And there's no easy way using OO Tracker. What ends up happening is people constantly make recommendations and they're like, well, no, they're locked in a previous tier. No, they're locked in a previous tier. So it's like, okay, can you just tell me the people you have free? And it's negating what OO Tracker is meant to do, which is show people a reflection of your roster so that people can provide advice on the game. That's the biggest issue with OO Tracker. If Dom adds Transcendence Tracking into OO Tracker, then Nidre needs to step up his game further, right? But I feel like Nidre adding like better sorting and categorizations, and you can in FFOO tip now, you can do a filter and accurate grouping, and you can save it so that you can constantly load it like super quick. I think you can even make it a default view maybe. But you're able to quickly load a view of who you have free for Transcendence, and you can send it to somebody as a link. That is a huge step forward from what is currently available with OO Tracker for Transcendence specifically.
So this is some niche-ass shit. That's what I'm hearing.
What I'm hearing is this is something you should be adding to Cell's
It's
workload.
every 2 months.
You should just put this on the to-do list for the Tonberry Troupe site. I didn't say don't do it. I said that's what you're doing. And then I said you should do it more. I never said
multiracial
stop
lion,
doing it.
man. That was a ton of words. I didn't process any of that. The fact that it took so long is proof that it's too much.
Yeah.
It's not niche. It's once every 2 months.
Old Man Inc.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
change
know
your
this
name.
is bullshit. You gotta stop letting me predict what you're about to do.
Oh man.
I do have a question about the Tonberry Troupe while you're around. I guess you're not the best person to ask anymore. But do you guys keep like all the old versions of the infographics, or do they just like
They're
go
on
away?
each page. They have links to the EX Plus.
Well, they have like the EX Plus ones, but do they have like? I don't usually see like an LD one if they had an update for the LD boards.
Yeah, so we keep all of them. The only ones that we don't keep are the ones that I did in Snappa. So once Cloud EX Plus came, we converted to Photoshop. Dreamy officially took over. Before that, I was using a free, like, sort of infographic designer called Snappa, which is, I mean, hey, it was good for what it did, but it was like really painful to make graphics in it. Yeah, so we didn't keep those. Those are like memorialized on Reddit. That's really the only place to get them, and maybe our old Flickr, but even our old Flickr account, like I started deleting them from there. So it's pretty much just Reddit. All the EX Plus ones and later though, we have all the versions, all the copies. We have it all uploaded on a Google Drive. So we can like pick up like Machina LD boards, Machina BT Plus. We have like all of the different iterations of it.
Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering.
We keep it. It was a pain in the ass for me to count how many graphics I did though. That was not an easy thing to do for whatever reason.
So the
I mean,
only... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the only original members of the troupe left are...
Tell.
That's it, right? He's the only founding member that's still there?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, Vane Novus retired, Dreamy retired, now you're retired.
Vane wasn't a... So technically, the first members of Tonberry Troupe, we picked that name in Blind Eye's server. We all were talking. That was the server that I spent all my time in for DFFOO. Was Blind Eye's server. So original members for the troupe in technical terms was Blind Eye, Jeffers, who I think really only hangs out in Quetz's server and maybe a couple others. PG Chris, who redid our forecast to make in Excel to make it look nice and was doing like some minor asset work, and Tell. That was pretty much it. So they were sort of the original. Tell has been there since like V0, V1 of the troupe. He's been sort of constant, and his contribution has also been constant. He's always done the character collection and research. He's really damn good at it, and he always says, hey, if I have any error, I don't care if the graphics already released, just tell me what it is so that I can make sure I don't make that same mistake in the future. Like, he's super, super on it with feedback, and it's how everyone should be with content. You can sort of put him on blast, and he's like, cool, I'm taking notes, it's all good.
It reminds me of Conduct King. He was just like that.
Oh, God. We are... For anyone that doesn't get that, Conduct was posting the early infographics on Reddit.
Yeah, you guys bullied him out of the... Like, fucking Tonberry Troupe was running a content creation mafia, right? Like, you guys bullied him. Like, every time Conduct King would post an infographic, Ink would post his long, scathing comment on each and every single one, pointing out all the flaws in his infographic. I
did not do that. I did that on one because I wanted to give feedback because something didn't make sense. But I think there was a problem because he was using our template, he was. I don't know. There was something that he just wasn't receptive. Like the mods for Reddit message.
But he used your copyrighted template.
No. Okay, we don't have a copyright on the template. He didn't use a template. That was somebody else. But he was sort of like copying. People were getting confused. Like there were always comments saying like, "Oh, is this a Tonberry Troupe infographic?" Like because he was doing similar titles, and so it was just suggested like, "Hey, just preface your stuff with like early preview or something like that, just to distinguish from how we've been posting, to just sort of provide expectations to the community about what they're going to look at." And yeah, I don't know that they didn't want to do that, I guess, and they just decided to stop posting. No one blocked them, no one stopped them from doing it. Conduct just decided to not do it anymore.
You guys also gunned for another person who was doing, like, fake infographics for their theoretical kits, remember?
I mean, we're happy to provide a template to people. We didn't want to make it, like, official. If someone really wants... Now, albeit people, like, message us with really complex requests and, like, they're messaging me, and I was already too busy. So, like, there was no way I could respond to them. So if you sent a message to me before asking about a template and I didn't respond... I wasn't ghosting you. I was just way too busy to respond. But that said, we don't mind if people do it. But like the person that used our template, like, and sort of put stuff on top of it, our big concern was that they left our footer, which said for more details go to tonberrytroupe.com, and like that should get removed. Like you shouldn't have a reference to somebody else's website unless you're running it and you're going to put it up there. Someone messaged me and asked if we could host on TonberryTroupe.com, like make pages for fan created characters like Angeal and Genesis and like all these. It's like, no, we're not going to spend time managing the website on
right? FF7
like
fans.
fan created content. We don't have time for it.
For real.
I'm sure everybody gets suggestions sometimes, and sometimes you just got to tell them, that's a great idea. I might get to that at some point, and we'll see if that happens.
RPK
right?
gets suggestions all the time.
Put it on the backlog.
Yeah.
Nidre, that's crap. You tell me that all the time.
But I actually did your thing, did I not?
You did.
What was your thing? What the fuck did Ink ask of you?
You already heard the description. You all got bored. You don't want to hear it again.
That's true. I don't want to hear it again. Ink, last chance. Oh shit! I gotta get the doors. Ink, before we sign off for the night, man, this is your send off. What do you want to say, man? Like what all your years in work for DissidiaFFOO? What got you into DissidiaFFOO? What got you wanting to do it? What did you get out of it?
Seems like a blog post.
Yeah, it probably will. My real life friend got me into it. Said that it would be really good. I joined at Quistis event, and everybody, there were videos. The reason I started the graphics was because there were 2 videos. I want to say it was Broadway Saiyan and Josepher, and they were saying like conflicting things where I don't remember who, but everyone was saying like, oh, Quistis is just a friend unit. You're only going to use her as a friend. Don't pull her. And somebody else said, oh, Quistis is great. And I was like, this is confusing. I still don't know what the character does. I'm just going to research it myself and put it in a graphic and understand what this is. Because at the time, Kreese was doing reviews, and I couldn't always read through Kreese's entire review. And so I was like, forget it. I'm just going to make an image. Kreese's?
Yeah.
No, but I ended up skipping through a lot of the details of it. Because I was like, I couldn't tell what something equated to. Like, was this good? It goes back to like numbers sort of, and infographics are guilty of it also, right? Like if you are a new player or a casual player and you see brave damage plus 30%, do you know if that's actually good? It's just a number, right? You don't know if 30% is high or not. So I would often look at the numbers and be like, I don't know what's good. Same thing happens in any game, right? You see numbers of like, oh, they have 500 attack. Okay, is that good? Is that low, high? You have no way of knowing. So I often didn't get a lot of value out of that. So I just wanted to do the research for myself. But yeah, it was a good ride. Whoever gave me the gold award on the Quistis infographic, you could step forward and raise your hand because you're the only reason that the infographics continued. If I didn't get that gold award, I would not have pushed.
Holy shit! It was hanging by that thin of a thread? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Butterfly.
It was literally that one gold award that I was like,
fuck?
oh, I guess people really
if
care about
Inkwelder
that.
hadn't stuck with it, I probably wouldn't have stuck with a lot of the content I do.
Really?
So, I mean, yeah, because I just like working with Ink and being informative.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of conversations, and I got frustrated because I'd rather just put my shit in the video instead of repeating myself.
Yeah, yeah, he would repeat himself often in spoilers.
Yeah, like fuck. Let me just make a YouTube.
On the one hand,
Mino should do that.
butterfly effect. But on the other hand, damn, if Ink didn't get enough upvotes, he was taking his ball home and leaving. He just stopped playing the game.
I mean, I hadn't started playing the game. I was like, hey, this is cool. What do people think? And yeah, at 100 upvotes, I was like, okay, I guess that's, I don't know. I never had 100 upvotes before, but I didn't think that was a lot. But when I got the gold award, I was like, holy shit, this is my first gold award. I guess people
on
really
this subreddit,
care about
100 is a lot. I feel like on this tiny subreddit, anything above 100 means it was a hit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten 100 on anything I posted there.
What do you post, Nidre?
If I have a really big update, I post stuff. That's about it.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I think for the longest time, Tell's meme that he had of the girl like giving 3 tickets and like a gem or something and saying like four EXs please was like one of the highest upvoted things on the subreddit, and also those Moogle pictures.
Yeah, he made that.
Yeah. I don't control. Tell is like
I didn't know he
the
made
rogue
that.
of the group.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he didn't run it by Ink. He didn't get Ink's approval for posting a meme. He's the rebel of the Tonberry Troupe.
I didn't even know that was his Reddit for the longest time.
Jay Dota posted my meme has over 500 upvotes. Quick roundtable question. Did anyone ask?
Well, I was about to say my most recent post has.
Wait, what was Jay Dota's meme? What was Jay Dota's meme?
Yeah, now I'm
so
curious.
sorry, bro. I listen. Anyone who would have done that would have got that. It's just too easy.
BC needed to get it out of his system.
I was about to say that my most recent post had 99 upvotes, so that's one short of 100. There you go. But then I would have gotten memed on. So thanks for taking the bullet, J-Dot.
Yeah. I still want to call him J Dota.
It is J
I think
Dota.
he really likes playing Dota.
It's Japanese
But,
Dota.
No, it's J.A apparently.
No, then he'd put a dot there.
But I'm not going into this again. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? When you think about content creators starting off, like I totally would have not done the infographics if I didn't get a gold award. And that's, it just shows that's why when I see people do content that I really enjoy, like I will always give them a gold award. Always. If I see something that I really like, I'll always do it.
Yo, this turned into a heartwarming story, man. This literally turned into a heartwarming story. I had no idea this is the origins of Tonberry Troupe, and that Ink's been paying it forward ever since. That's crazy.
And I mean, it would have also, the other big factor was Quetz, because without Quetz, I wouldn't have had most of the materials that I needed to make the graphics. I also would have never met Dreamy. He introduced me to Dreamy, who made the overall. Like, Dreamy made the infographics more likable to everybody, more real, more professional, like everything. If I kept doing graphics on Snappa, like, people would have started getting less and less use out of them, because if you look at, like, the lightning infographic that I did, it was abysmal. I mean, it's so hard to see what's going on. Noctis as well. Those two were, like, particularly bad. And so Dreamy put everything in relative context. So, like, Quetz is the other big enabler of it. He just sort of like sits in the shadows and like makes a lot of content for the community just indirectly. But yeah, it's really cool when you put that stuff in perspective. And I'll say this, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. I have my own feeling. The Reddit mini awards are trash. I know you want to, like, people use it as a small token of saying like this is cool. But honestly, I would much rather use your tokens on a single silver award or a gold award or a platinum award. Like, don't waste it on a small little, like, rocket like, or like, you can do those, right? That's totally fine. But those aren't motivational to the person generally. They're not a big deal. Yeah, somebody gave me one of the rarest awards ever, which is the Argentium Award, and you would be like, "Oh, what did you do?" I posted an Onion Knight 35 CP clear of the Desh Challenge Quest, and they were like, "This worked for me. This was the best thing ever." They gave me an award that, like, there's only like, I think there's like 3,000 people ever on Reddit to get the award. I have no idea how much it costs, but you get a special access to a special sub that only those 3,000 people can access. It's really funky. So Reddit awards are cool. Just, you should use them purposefully.
You heard it here, folks. Ink thinks the peasant commendations are worthless. No handshakes, no friendship, no this was useful. It's gold or bust. All right, he's like those. He's like that. Those.
You can comment and say thank you. That's better than putting a like sort of small award on something.
Can I just say that I really do not like that bear one that looks like a hug or whatever? I just do not like that one.
Right. Do you relate to the bear or something? Like, why the bear?
He looks kind of like that Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy. I don't like that. You know what bear award I'm talking about?
Oh, I know the bear award. It's the bear with the arms crossed.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? All right, guys, we're winding down. Closing thoughts. Thank you for that, Ink. This was your send off. I'm sure we'll probably never see you again. Ranting hour maybe, but you know, Ink's gone. It's done. It's time to pass the torch to Cell. Don't fucking micromanage him. Don't stop telling him what to do. All right, you've handed over the company keys. Let him pioneer it from here.
He's doing great, especially having Tell and Cell there to support him as well is awesome.
All right, closing thoughts, Ink.
No, I have no closing thoughts. I just spoke for way too fucking long. I'll pass it to Nidre.
Nidre.
I'm like surprised. We've done like 2 nights in a row where we're all talking together and nobody brought up the tortilla stuff.
No, multiracial did. I just didn't want to fucking get into it. I've already said my piece. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah, we don't have to say anything more.
There's nothing else to say. All right, guys. If we need it officially for the podcast, look, flour tortillas are only made by fast food and non-Mexicans. So like cultural appropriation food, garbage food. All official traditional Mexican restaurants and higher class gourmet restaurants use corn tortilla. We've had a lot of actual Mexicans weigh in on this, like solid, like high quality corn tortillas don't fall apart. You're eating garbage corn tortillas. Alright? This is like eating truck stop sushi and saying all sushi is bad. Like, no.
Yeah, or it's like saying flour tortillas are like saying Korean soup instead of jjigae.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I just
said yeah.
I think I just walked in no. He just walked in there. But basically, look, there's like choosing flour tortillas over corn tortillas is like choosing blue Pabst ribbon beer or like fucking Bud Lights over like any real quality beer. You're just outing your terrible upbringing and taste. All right, like you're just saying the only tacos you've ever had are at like Taco Bell or something.
So there are good, high rated taco places in Texas because we're so close to the border. There's plenty of places that only serve flour tortillas. That's the only thing they serve, and maybe that's just easier for them to make. It's better for their business, whatever it is. But you comparing flour tortillas to Pabst Blue Ribbon is an atrocity because flour tortillas are delicious. They can be delicious.
Because they're loaded with sugar and empty carbs.
Yeah.
That's like saying. That's like saying.
Does that make them not delicious? Is fried Oreo not delicious?
Oh my god, that's gross as shit. Like you might as well eat Brazilian sushi where it's just like chocolate strawberries on rice. It's delicious, quote unquote. It's the fucking You're massacring your food. That's terrible.
I've never heard of Brazilian sushi.
Look it up. We had this huge conversation. Ask Macnell. He has tons of examples. Like it's disgusting.
Yeah, and DissidiaFFOO, Tex-Mex versus Mexican is a huge difference. I agree. That's a good point.
Oh,
we do
right.
have
It's
mostly
like Tex-Mex, right? Yeah. It's a fusion thing, right?
That's a really good point. Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't count. But Tex-Mex is, I think, evolving into its own thing, right? For sure. All right, Nidre. Any final thoughts that aren't going to get us all angry?
Yeah, I think Terra FR looks really good. I don't know what other people are talking about.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
The costume is too distracting.
People
Get rid of
who say...
I would like to see showcases with green-haired Terra, and then I can evaluate the FR properly.
People who say that Terra looks bad with short hair are misogynists. They're just women haters. Alright?
Not the short hair that people hate. It's the fucking face.
I need to see this face because what the fuck is the difference? Send me.
It looks like her FF6 sprite. It's weird.
Send me
I guess the answer to your question is no. I don't have any closing thoughts.
I hate Nidre. We're trying to get out of here. All right. right.
It is not her FF6 sprite. That's her current costume in GL.
All right, I'm not introducing. We're gonna fight again.
That's
We're about to fight
no,
again.
that's right. It's not the sprite. It's the Amano face. It's the face.
Yeah, it's the Amano face.
The Amano face is all fucky.
BC,
Like,
send me that Photoshop you said somebody swap the faces. I want to see that shit.
looks so much better.
Yeah, send it to me. But no,
Send it to me too.
We gotta cut. We're gonna be fucking arguing all night here. This is not how I want to enter the new year. BC, any closing thoughts?
Y'all are ugly.
Y'all.
You don't know
are
what
great.
I look like in real life.
Y'all are great.
You just know my personality, so I take that to offense.
You know, nostalgia speaking, because Ink is quitting and it's the new year. Y'all are the best part of the community.
That's copyrighted.
The community, like, you know, like, the game is fine. The best part is the friends we made along the way. Alright? Like Nidre said, we were able to just talk for fucking hours 2 nights back to back. Alright, like, it's just fun stuff. And we all support each other, most of us. You know, I'll be dropping by all the other streams. Life streams been really upping their game. Historia Crux has been getting better and better. All kinds of changes all across the board. Everyone's stepping up. I also wanted to say my closing thoughts was Ink stepping down means once again call to arms, just like when Broadway stepped down. I want to see more new faces enter the fucking game. Alright, Cell already counts as 1. But for every Ink or Broadway to go, there should be like 4 or 5 of you stepping up. I look forward to fucking seeing that. Alright, I'm done. Anything else? Are we done?
We're done.
Oh, thank God.
That's wrap this up.
BC's been done for a while.
Yeah, I'm tired of this shit too. Alright.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys on the Discord.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Oh shit.
Bye.